Welcome to another episode of Dad, Can We Talk? I am your host, Anthony Ray, and this is episode 142 of Dad, Can We Talk? Today is a special episode. I'm calling this the Mom, Can We Talk episode, but before we get into all of that and I get into my guest, I need y'all to do the simple things first. Go to YouTube, Dad, Can We Talk? Type that in, subscribe to the channel. Also, Can We Talk Network. Go to YouTube, type in @Can We Talk Network, all together, no spaces. @Can We Talk Network. Once you put that in, guaranteed the channel will pop up. Subscribe to the channel. We're still working on getting that up and running. But until then, we're still posting videos to, I'm trying to post videos to both channels right now until we get everything else rolling. But if y'all could do that for me, that would be great. As always, few shout outs. I want to shout out Gainesville Podcast Studio. That's where we're posted up at today over here with my man Nemo. So y'all know, for all of your recording needs when it comes to a podcast, please come to Gainesville Podcast Studio. I promise they will get you right. You can have your whole idea, your whole concept ready, and all you might need is recording. Come to Gainesville Podcast Studio. They're going to get you right. You might not even have your idea. You might just say, I want to do a podcast, but you don't really know what you want to do or how you want to start it. Come to Gainesville Podcast Studio. They can get you help with all of that, man. So if you're looking to do a podcast, if you already have one, if you just need a place to record or whatever, come to Gainesville Podcast Studio. I promise they're going to get you right, man. Y'all see how nice it look in here, man. So come holler at my man Nemo at Gainesville Podcast Studio. Shout out to my man Mike Peter Barber. I always say, man, that's the premier barber in Gainesville. That's my man right there. Salute to my big dog. Keep doing your thing, man. Y'all go and see him if you need a cut. Y'all know me. I got the fresh bald head. You can't see it today, but I really don't use the services, but whenever my son need one, my boy Mike P, he'll get them right. So if you need a fresh cut, even women, women, you got shortcuts. He know how to do all that. He's in a new spot now. He is no longer in East Gainesville. He is closer to the Oaks Mall on the northwest side of town. So type in Mike Peter Barber on Google and you will find his new location. And he's going through a whole rebrand. So check out Mike Peter Barber on Google. Go and find my man and get your hair right. He gonna get you right. He got some good products also. And then y'all, one more. Support Black GMV. Y'all go to supportblackgnv.com. My man Malcolm and Ashley Askew, man, they are doing some great things in this city. We need for y'all to support these people. And they're doing this for us. So Support Black GMV is where will be like the hub for all Black business and Black organizations. So go to supportblackgnv.com, find out more about the organization and what they're doing. A lot of the events that they're putting on, y'all go and support them, man, at Black GMV. So without further ado, I'm ready. I'm ready to get into this today, man. Episode 142. So I have here today, like I say, it's Mom, Can We Talk? It's like a Mother's Day edition, man. So I will say this. For the 5 years that I've been doing Dad, Can We Talk, man, I've had so much support from women. So much support, man. Y'all have been some of my greatest supporters. And there's been so many moms that have reached out to me throughout the years and said, I want to come on. When you gonna let us come on? When you gonna let us have something to say and all this? And I'm like, man, right now, that ain't what we doing. But after 5 years, we about to do it, man. I'm gonna start giving moms, a chance to come on and get things off their chest too, because we all need to learn from one another. I'm a firm believer in, if y'all listen to the podcast, y'all always hear me talk about, well, my wife said this or my wife did. I learn a lot from things that she tells me, and she has great insights, man. So I want y'all to meet my wife, because I don't know if y'all ever met my wife, man. Y'all hear me talk about her all the time, and she was on an episode way back when I was doing audio only. So I got my wife, Chanelle Ray, on here today. Yeah, or wait, forgive me. Her stage name Nellie Ray. So she told me she going by her stage name. So I correct myself, Nellie Ray. And then I'm with my girl, man, one of my fellow Purple Hurricanes. Me and her go way, 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 way back.
Said to me,
No, we up there. Well, she a little younger than me, but she up there. I ain't gonna act like that. She old, just like me. So, yeah, man, one of my fellow Purple Hurricanes. She's been supporting for so many years, man. Just always been a big time supporter. Every time I would see her, she would show love. And I forgot, I think you just reached out to me.
Yeah.
And she was like, bruh, we got to do this.
Yeah.
We got to do this. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. It's that time. So when she reached out to me, it was definitely a no-brainer. For all the people that's always asking about Mom, Can We Talk, I always say, like, if I had somebody that would do a Mom, Can We Talk, I think it would be her. Because I think she would be great at that.
Thank you.
And I'm ready to get to it, man. So for one, how y'all feeling?
Good. Feeling good.
Feeling good? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
And we finna get into it.
Go.
So my first question, I always have my same first question. I'm going to do it a little different today. I'm going to start there, and then I got another part to it. So what was your relationship like with your dad?
With my dad?
Yes.
I didn't have a relationship with my dad, really. Yeah, it was kind of really non-existent. In my childhood, I didn't meet him till I was about 8 for the first time. And then from like 8 to 10 or 11, he was around maybe once a year, twice a year. And then after about 11, I didn't see him again or talk to him again until I was 27. So, yeah, it's kind of over the last few years, I could say he's been trying to reach out a little bit more, but that's kind of been difficult for me. So I'm still working on like building that relationship. I don't think I'm ready to build it as badly as he's ready to build it. And I know that's a bad thing to say, but it's just like my heart is just not ready yet. And I know people say like, you know, anything can happen to him. And then I never had that relationship, but I'm just like, I'm doing baby steps. I'm giving it as much as I possibly can give it. So, yeah.
For sure. I forgot to tell y'all, man, this is Geria Madison. AKA her stage name, Maddie G. RN.
RN.
Don't forget that RN, man.
RN.
Do not forget that. So I ask you, what was your relationship like with your dad?
Well, growing up, me and my dad had a difficult relationship. He was more strict, and he worked a lot of hours. And I always grew up with a lot of anger towards him. But I can honestly say since about 2020, me and my dad had a conversation, and I expressed to him how I felt and how he made me feel growing up, because I felt like he was closer to my brothers. I'm his only daughter, and I'm the baby. So I always felt like he treated them differently than he treated me. And, you know, we're just very strained. I was a wild child, and he didn't like that. He found out, my dad is a police officer, so he found out from me being pregnant from one of his inmates. That's how, yeah, so it's like we just had this, we're both stubborn. But over the last few years, like now that I'm older, I can see that my dad just wanted the best for me. Like once he seen that I was serious about like going to school, getting myself together, like he's been one of my biggest supporters. Like, and to you, take your time with it, because it's not easy. Because I definitely it was very hard for me I also went to therapy as well, to make it easier for me. But yeah, so now me and my dad, we are really close. Like now we text at least once a week, twice a week. Like we try to make sure we're keeping up with each other, checking in on each other. So yeah, it's much better now than it was when I was younger.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. How would y'all say that how much did that affect y'all, both of y'all, I mean, to different degrees,
Right.
had an absence of a father, especially in those important years, like going into those teen years and stuff? Like, how much do you think, or would you say that affected you?
For me, I feel like it affected me, but I didn't realize it affected me until I was much older. I feel like, because I feel like I didn't have a lot of male role models, period. Everybody, like, I had a few uncles that were amazing, but they were, like, only there for, like, a short period of time as well, like, maybe 3 years of my life. So it was, like, very sporadic. So I didn't know what I was missing because I never really had it.
Right.
So it was like, this is like my norm. Like, I don't know what I'm missing because I was never exposed to it in the first place. But I know as with my daughters, I'm seeing how much a father's attention and protection and covering means to them. And I feel like I see them just kind of leaning on you a lot. And I feel like they never feel like they can't lean on you. Like they never, I feel like for me, I realized I didn't really have a cushion to lean on a lot of times. And so I feel like it made me a little bit hard because it's like, who is carrying this heavy for me?
Right.
I don't want to give it to my mom. I feel like she needs somebody to carry her heavy too. So I feel like it made me really hard and just like, I wouldn't say heartless because I'm very compassionate, but it just made me just hard,
Right.
Like I'm not really a person that shows my emotions outwardly a lot because I had nobody to carry that for me, so I had to carry it myself. And I noticed that with my girls, like how you make them soft, like they make you soft. It's just like a bunch of just pouring out onto you, and it's like, but you can take it because that's what you're there for.
Right.
So they don't have to keep all of that. It's like, I'm about to go cry on my daddy loud. I'm about to go do it. Like, So I feel like that's how it affected me, and I know it now.
Yeah.
So.
Sheesh.
I feel
I
like
want to come back to that. I'm gonna come back to that.
Okay. Oh
no,
I'm sorry.
y'all. I'm gonna come back to that.
I feel like with me, it definitely had a strong effect. I feel like it made me look for love in the wrong places. It definitely because I just wanted that male, like you said, I just wanted to feel that security. And even now, like now that my dad is in my life, I'm so grateful because I ain't gonna lie, like it makes me be like, I can call my daddy.
Exactly. You never stop needing him.
Yeah, like I can call my dad or, and I always wanted that growing up. I would see my friends with their dads and they could just run to their dads and call them or, and cry on their shoulders. And like, I wanted that to the point where it made me lean on the wrong type of people, the wrong type of men, crying in the wrong people's arms when they were the reason why I was crying, but I'm coming back to you because I just want this so bad, you know what I'm saying? And it also made me it made me not like the male. Like I'm not gonna say I just had so much anger towards men. Like I was so angry. Like my male friends, they love to call me the she-man, man hater or whatever. That's their nickname for me or whatever. And it's not so much that I hate men because I love men. I love black men.
Yeah.
Like I love them to death. It's more so that I was just so angry, and I feel like I don't know. I was just so angry. I was so angry, and I was thankful for when I went to therapy, and my therapist was able to start pointing out to me what was wrong or whatever. Like the disconnect with my dad is what was making me have a disconnect with so many men or whatever. When I put all of them in a box or whatever, and it's just like now that I'm older and I'm starting to understand now, like, it's not, every man's not the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's the type of man you be attracted to or whatever. And that's why I feel like a man is important, because you are your daughter's first love. And a lot of men don't be realizing that, but I tell my daughter's dad that all the time, like, you are the blueprint for her. You're the blueprint. And she will fall in love with the type of man that you are or are not to her. So I think it's a big impact of a man being in their daughter's life. And you can scroll on Facebook and you can tell who had their dad in their life and who didn't. A lot of the times, you can see it.
You can see it, for sure.
You can see it, and it's just
Trust
like,
me.
so it's definitely makes a big difference. It was, I really look back at my life like, I told my dad, like, it's a lot of decisions I think I wouldn't have made had he been more in my life than he was. So yeah.
Man, that's so powerful. There's something that I work for a team dad. It's a fatherhood program. And we have a curriculum book that we go over with our dads. And we have these 5 traits of 24/7 dad. And one of the traits is fathering skills. And in explaining fathering skills to the dads, we always make it a point to let them know that our involvement as dads is being a role model for our sons on what a man looks like and how a man should conduct himself, and a role model to our daughters on what they should be looking for in a man, as far as a husband, and also or a father for their own children.
Right.
And so I'm glad you made that point, because that's something that we teach, letting guys know the importance of father involvement, and just having daughters. That is something that I see, with my daughters and my sons.
Yeah.
But especially when it comes to my daughters, because it's like I'm dealing with 2 daughters and I have a wife.
Right.
So it's like I have these daughters that I feel like I'm constantly learning, because I'm like, dang, I'm still trying to learn how to be a husband to my wife and trying to understand this wife as a woman. And my daughters help teach me that. Sometimes I'm like, dang, a lot of times I'm the same way. Like I gotta, the way I love my wife, I have to understand, we talk about love languages all the time. And then I had to understand that, dang, these little girls that I'm raising up are gonna be grown women one day, mothers and wives who also will have love languages. And I have to learn their love languages as their father and love them in the way that they need to be loved. And so it all connects, it all goes together.
Yeah.
I wanted to come back to something, and this kind, I guess both of y'all could talk to this. So you talked about like how you realized how like you see how Azri and Nana are with me, and you realized that you didn't have that growing up and it made you hard. How much in what y'all have experienced because of the relationships that y'all had with y'all dads and how that affected y'all growing up, how much do y'all think that affects the way that y'all are raising your kids, your own children now? Like, in your hardness, do you find it that difficult now because you are so hard, but you're required to nurture and be loving and caring? And our kids, they all super, they want to be loved, and that's in them. So do you find that hard or difficult at times?
I find it very difficult. Like, I feel like I have to make a conscious effort to be softer, like, for them, because I feel like it's just not embedded in my brain, like, to do that. So I feel like I have to make a conscious effort to just be soft. Like, I have to really think, like, she crying. Like, she crying. Like, I have to, like, really just, like, calm myself, because it's just, like, it's easy to say, stop all that crying.
Yeah, right.
But it's like, okay, what's wrong? Like, let's talk about it.
Right.
Like, you doing all that crying and it's not really solving your problems. but I understand you need to cry, but like, let's talk instead. So I feel like it has been like a conscious thing that I have to do, because my mother was the same way. Like she was hard. It was just like a lot of the women in my family are hard. Like, and I feel like it's a big difference because my family is from Chicago. And so that's the bricks up there. Like, and then the South is so much different. Like, it's so much friendlier. It's so much calmer. The women are so much softer. Then women up top, they just, I don't know. It's just a difference. So, because I'm not raising girls that are from up top, you know, and they're down here, and it's such a different atmosphere. I just have to make the conscious decision, like all the time, to just stop being so hard. So, yeah.
That's real.
It's hard. It's really hard.
I feel like when my kids, my mom was very loving. Like, my mom was a lover. She loved on us while we were younger. She, like, me and my sister grew up. Now, don't get me wrong, we used to have our fights. We had our fights, but like, me and my sister slept in the same bed with each other. Even though I had my own room, and in my room I had 2 beds, and my sister had a queen bed, and I would still go sleep in the room with my sister or whatever. So it was always me, my mom, and my sister. So we so with my kids, I'm very loving. Like, I'm very, it's not hard for me. I give them the love that I wish I would have got from my dad, you know, when I was growing up, all the love that my mom gave me. So it's not hard. My kids, I love you all day long. Like, I can't even lie. Like, I love it, and I thank God for it, because they have been the biggest push. Because those I love yous help me get through so much or whatever. And so, like, I have trouble. You like how you say when your baby's crying, you like, I have a problem with laughing. And I'm trying to outgrow that because my daughter will be crying and I'm so goofy or whatever, and I just go to laughing, like, and so it's like, that's my house. Like, it's laughs or love. Like, I try not to be too hard, because I used to be with my son. When I just had my son, I always felt like, okay, I just felt like I was going to end up being a single parent. And I knew my son was gonna end up being big, so it was like, I was like, yeah, I gotta be tough, because I'm gonna be doing this by myself, and I gotta make sure he know who the boss is. Like, I gotta let you know. So I was really rough with him when he was younger. But I had another single mom of a boy. She pulled me to the side and talked to me, and she was like, start talking to him. Like, stop using your hands to correct him. Start speaking with him and let him explain what was going through his mind when he did that. And I can't lie, that was the best advice I could have got, because me and my son relationship, like, my son will call me and tell me something that he did wrong before somebody else has a chance to call me, or he'll let me know what's going on. Like, our relationship with each other is like, and people be amazed, because, you know, teenagers ain't calling their parents like, Ma just did this. So I think that me not having a father, when it came to my kids, it just made me love on them more. Like, okay, because they don't have, my son dad is in and out, my daughter dad, he's around, but so I just shower them with love. Like, I know they dads love them, but they're not there physically showing them that love. So I pour the love on them. I pour it on them.
What was your relationship like with y'all moms?
Jerry, go first.
So, me and my mom was like, growing up when I was younger, I was a mama's girl. I believe when I became a teenager, that's when we started having a disconnect. I just tell my mom, she used to get so angry with me. Like, she used to get so angry, and it used to hurt my feelings. Like, she used to like really like buck up, like, type of angry. And like I said, I know I was the wild child. My sister was more the, you know, the good angel. I was like the bad angel or whatever. And my mama did tell me that she had to learn to love us differently because of the fact of the way we were or whatever. She gave me tough love, whereas to my sister was more sensitive, so she didn't yell at her as much as she yelled at me and stuff like that. But in a child's eyes, like, you picking them off of me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, that's how I looked at it. And for a long time, like, I just felt like my mom and my sister had this bond, and I felt like a black sheep in my family for a long time. And it's up until recently, like I said, with therapy. I thank God for therapy. Therapy. It is nothing wrong with therapy. Don't feel bad if you feel like you need to talk to somebody, because when I say therapy has helped me in so many ways, but with my mama and my sister, like our dynamic has changed so much. Like, I could literally, it was things that I would tell my mom how I felt, and she thought I was being disrespectful. I'm being grown, you know. And now I can say those same things with my mom, and we can have a decent conversation about it. Like, no, I'm not trying to disrespect you. This is how I'm feeling, and my feelings are valid. It's like, this is your feelings, and your feelings are valid. We don't have to fight about that, because you gonna feel how you feel. I'm gonna feel how I feel regardless.
Straight up.
But we should be able to communicate that with each other to build a better relationship and have a better understanding. So I feel like it was hard at first. Like I said, feeling like the black sheep is never a good feeling. But my mama always been supportive of me and whatever I wanted to do. I thank God for that. Like, she's always, like I said, she was filled with love. She always listened to us, helped us. At this big grown age, my mama will fill out an application for me if I need her to. So it's like, she's a great mom. I think it was just, it was just trying to raise two young girls, being a young mom. So, you know, she was learning, she was growing and learning. She was a girl like me, you know what I'm saying? So our relationship definitely has blossomed. Yeah.
Shout out to the mamas out there.
Shout out to the moms.
So my relationship with my mom. So my mom had me young. She had me when she was 15. So half of my childhood, she was still growing up herself.
Right.
So I'd say I lived with like certain different family members, godparents, things like that for a long time, till maybe I was 13. And then I started living with her full time. So our relationship in the beginning, I feel like there was really no time to bond.
Yeah.
Because she was young, she was still in school. You know, she had to work. She was really growing up.
Right.
So it's like, when do you have time to bond with this baby when, you know, you still got to grow up? Like, you literally still have to create a life for yourself.
Right.
So I feel like in the early years, she was doing that. And I did understand that. Even when I was young, I understood, like, you know, she's at work. She has to work. Then she joined the military, so she was like kind of gone a little bit then. But I would say once I moved with her, like, for good, when I was 13, I feel like our relationship was very calm. I feel like my expectations were not that high.
Right.
I feel like I was like just like a calm child. I didn't ask for much.
Yeah.
So I feel like I was just like chilling, you know. I feel like from a young age, I knew the weight on her.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like chilling, doing my own thing. And then later on, when I had kids, I feel like my mindset kind of changed with her. I was like, you know, you got to be around more.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't ask so much, you know, when I was growing up, because I understood your weight that you were carrying. I was like, but now that I'm grown, like, you got to be in my kids' life. Like, you got to be around more. And she understood that. And I feel like now our relationship has blossomed. Like, we talk more. I tell her things that I would have never told her before. And I feel like she sees me and she speaks to the woman in me.
Right.
And I feel like, and she tells me all the time, like, she'll tell me, when you were younger, I didn't know how to love you. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. Because I have a 14-year-old sister right now. She's that age now. And she's raising her totally different.
Right.
Like, I feel like she knows what she's doing now, and you can tell. And she'll tell me, like, I didn't know what I was doing with you. And she was like, you know, I was trying my best with what I was given. And I was like, I know that. So so now we're good. Like, I call her, we hang out. Yeah, I feel like she knows that she tried her best, and I feel like I know that she tried her best. Yeah. I feel like it wasn't perfect, but I'm not perfect right now. So it's like I can see how she was figuring it out because I'm figuring it out too.
Better believe it.
So
give them grace.
That grace is a big deal.
Grace.
It go a long way. Yes. I love grace. You don't even
know. Listen. I gotta give them grace, and that's what I've learned. Like, I seen something on like Facebook or Twitter, and they said you have to understand that your parents were just learning too.
Yep.
And that's big because they were. Now they, you know, we in a position where we're parents. Now that my kids are getting older, I'm like,
we still trying to figure it out. It's like, oh, so y'all trying to figure it out. But now that we grown, it's like the relationships, I feel like we all can say that. Like, now that we're grown, our relationships with our parents are better. Yeah. Because just like
you understand more. Yeah. You understand more. I think that's a big thing. Like, when you're a kid, you don't understand. Yeah. Like, my dad, I couldn't understand. Like, I just like, you always at work. Yeah. You never around. Now I'm older, I'm like,
well, somebody got to pay the bills.
Somebody got to pay the bills. My mama is not playing with her child support. So, so get it here. Yeah. So I understand
that's real. And I agree with that. I talk about that all the time on the pod, you know, how like I came to that realization with my pops. Like, once I had a conversation with him, I learned more about him and what he had been through and what he experienced. I'm like, well, shoot. Yeah, he a regular dude. Right. Like, it's like I don't agree with the stuff that he's done, but it's like, bro, I understand.
It's like, I like that you said, I'm sorry, I like that you said regular dude, because I think we forget that our parents are people. Yeah. And we just feel like that's mom and dad. Yeah. When it's like, no, that's that's a lady and a man that's trying to learn, just as we all have to.
Yeah. You know, I that always remind me of the time when my oldest daughter seen me cry for the first time. And I'll never forget, she was just kind of wiping the tears off my face. She was like, Daddy, I didn't know that parents cry. Oh. I was like, yeah, that ain't sad. I said, shoot. Yeah. So now it's like, I feel like even sometimes, you know, we'll be watching movies just saying, I be crying. I'm a big, anybody know me, ever since I was a kid, I've been a big water bag. And still, as a 36-year-old man, I'm a big old water bag. You might not see me as much. I cry in my car when I'm on the way home and it's just me and I just cry and just get it all out.
I love crying.
Oh yeah,
I love to cry.
Gotta do it.
Like, I've been a cry, and it's so funny because everybody just like feel like I'm this tough person, which I am. But baby, I would cry. Yeah. I love like that's how I got through school. I just cried the whole time. Like,
you gotta get it out sometimes. Yes. I feel like I'll purposely be like, I'm about to go watch something sad. And then I just watch it. This is so fun. Like, we just getting this out.
Yes, like whatever is inside of me, let me just let it out.
Yeah. Do you feel good?
I got a question for y'all. What's one stereotype about dads that y'all think is completely wrong? Like, what's something that people always say about dads? It could be black dads. It could be just regular dads. Any stereotype that.
I mean, especially about black dads, that black dads aren't involved or they're not. I have some of the best fathers around me. Like my friends, the guys that I'll be around. I don't know how I ran into mine. Cause I just meet the men. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you are in love with your kids. Like, they would stop their day to make sure their kids are okay. Now that is the most beautiful thing. The most attractive thing a man can be is a good father, because it's like, how could you not be there for your kids or whatever? So it's always beautiful when I meet men and they jumping over mountains and oceans and everything to make sure that their kids have and that they are in their life, they're active, they're not just, here goes some money and or I'm gonna just come pick them up every now and again. No, I've met some men that are great dads, and I think that's a big stereotype in the black community that black men are not there for their kids. When I'm starting to meet a lot of single fathers.
Yeah.
I am starting to meet a lot of single fathers, and do you know how hard it is for a court to take the kids away from the mother?
A lot of full custody daddies.
A lot of them.
Listen, I'm starting to see it a lot now, and so that's a stereotype that they got.
Shout out to all my dogs. Y'all already know.
Yes.
Y'all already know. And I've had a lot come on the show and to talk. And that's why when I see a guy and I see him in that situation, I'm like, bruh, you got to come on the podcast because people need to hear more about this because, you know, of course, you're going to hear a whole bunch all the time about, you know, the single moms. But I'm like, you know, I watched my brother, you know, he was one of the first guys that I ever saw in that situation. And, you know, for us not growing up with our dad, to see him with his son, I told him just a couple years ago, I'm like, bro, like I really looked up to you, bro. Like when I saw that, I'm like, damn, people don't never talk about this. It's just not a conversation that people talk about, but I saw it firsthand in reality. And I'm like, bro, this man really doing this thing, like really trying, you know, and he was going through what he was going through, but he just continued to make sure he was there for his son. And I'm like, man, somebody got to talk about this. Right. It has to be talked about.
Yeah.
I got another one for y'all.
Well, I didn't answer that.
Oh, you did it.
So what I don't like that people do a lot of times with dads is they act like dads are handicapped when it comes to hands-on raising their kids. Like they'll be like, you know, do you know how to make the bottle? Like, look at you changing a diaper. Where the mama at? This is my child. Right. Or they'll see them with the kid and be like, oh, you on daddy duty babysitting? Like, no, I'm hanging out with my kid. Right. Like, so I cannot stand that stigmatism where they just feel like dads are handicapped. Right. And I remember this one time, one of my friends from high school, he was about to have a child, and he was like, I'm so scared, like, to hold the baby. Like, what if I break the baby? And I feel like because people had placed that stigmatism on him, and I was like, listen, when that child is in your hand, you're gonna know immediately what to do. Like, you are not gonna let nothing happen. Like, it's gonna come to you in that moment. And I was like, you don't have, like, you can do it. Like, don't be afraid. Like, grab your child and hold your child. Like, you gonna know immediately when that baby touch your arms. And so I just feel like people act like dads, like, can't be hands-on. Yeah. Like, they just, like, handicap or something. And it's like, they can do everything that we can do. Like, honestly, they really, really can. So
let's go there real quick. I got a question
except for doing hair.
Listen, I used to do them ponytails. It wasn't pretty, but I used to do it. I used to do it. Go ask my daughter. She'll
like,
say,
why didn't
daddy.
you do her hair?
Listen,
you did do it.
Yeah.
I'm a mom, and I thank God that my sister does have for a living, because my poor daughter, little ponytail was just creaking. So listen, I don't even talk junk about the men that can't do it, because as a woman, I can't do it.
It is hard. It is hard.
I done seen men do better ponytails than me. It's ridiculous.
Lord have mercy.
So, what would you say are some things that you see now, you know, knowing everything that you know now, like looking back, what are some things that you think I could have done better as a new dad? And what are some things currently right now that you see that you think that I could do better as a father?
I don't feel like you can really do anything better. I feel like maybe in the past, I feel like I've told you this before, you are a very aggressive speaker to them sometimes. And you would say things that I'm just like, you cannot say that. Like, you cannot, like, you literally cannot say that to kids. But you would do it in like like you're mad.
Right.
And I'm just like, like, if they say that you said that to them at the school, like, you cannot, and I feel like I've gotten on to you. I feel like at first I just used to, like, let it slide. And then I just came to a point where I'm just like, they're getting too old for you to say that. because those are the words that you're speaking over them at this
Right.
point. Like, especially Azriel, she's growing up, she's older, and it's just like, if my daddy is calling me this,
Right.
I must be.
Yeah.
Because his word is law, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why, a few years ago, I was just like, you got to stop. Like, you have to stop. Like, if you need some time to say some things, just like, go out the house. Just walk out the house.
Right.
And I feel like I had to say that because I know I'm good at holding my tongue. I'm really good at holding my tongue. And I'm just like, he be letting it rip. It's like, you cannot say that. so yeah, I feel like that was like the only thing that you could have done better. And I feel like you're better with it. And I feel like sometimes too, your consequences don't really make sense. And I just be like, why would you throw away all of that? Or like you'll make them like sit on the stairs and then you'll just like clean up everything. And I'm just like, no, they need to do it.
Right.
Like, so sometimes your consequences don't be making real sense.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can work on that. And I just feel like you just be over it. You just be like, I'll do it. I'ma just do it. And I just be like, but they need to do it though. So
You're not gonna learn a lesson.
So yeah, that's the only thing I would say.
That's real. That's real. I ask that because I can't agree with those things. And like the last couple of months, like I've been telling them, bro, I'm not folding your clothes no more,
Yeah.
bro.
And you have been.
I told him, bro, I'm not doing that no more, bro. I already got enough on my plate.
for real.
And so what I used to do that a lot of times to stop myself. That would be my way of like, let me just get all what I need to get out of me. And now it's like, man, bro, if you don't fold your clothes, that's just, some days I just leave it alone. I'll just leave the house and be like, man, whatever, I ain't finna worry about it. I ain't gonna let them folks stress me out.
Right.
And so, when I do come to the time where I'm gonna say something like, bro, listen, y'all gonna fold the clothes, bro. Y'all waiting for me to do it because y'all become so used to me doing it. I'm not doing that no more, bro. I just don't even have the time to do it no more. So, yeah, I can't do that. I agree with that 100%. I got another one for y'all. What would you say to the, a lot of times they try to pit moms and dads together. I mean, men and women in general. Oh my God. It's like,
Every day.
it's exhausting to me. Every day is just like, men do this, women do this, moms do this. And it's like, the conversation is, a lot of times stuff be stupid to me.
Right.
But from y'all estimation as moms, what are some things that dads could do better to help moms, without making y'all feel like y'all the bad people or, making y'all, like, what are some things that we could do to help y'all out that we might not be seeing?
Well, in my case, you could be there. Just throw that out there. But I feel like men could just start doing. Like, don't ask. Like, I hate when I have to call and ask. When your child is over here, you should just be sending. Or I'm just coming to get her. Or I'm coming to get him. I'm gonna take them out. I feel like just doing is better. Like, because kids always need something. So you can't be like, well, you didn't tell me she needed, or you didn't tell me he needed. They always need something, whether it's a new shirt, new shoes, they playing this sport, they got this field trip coming up. It's always something to be done when it comes to kids. I swear every day I turn around, I'm tired of turning around because it's always something. It's always something with kids. So I think that's a big thing that men can do. And I think they get so frustrated with women when we get on them like, you're not doing enough, da da da. And it's just simply like the smallest gesture could really make a woman feel like, oh, I got some breathing room. Like, oh my gosh, he did. And I be so appreciative. Like, I think that's the big thing. Like, just doing. Like, stop expecting somebody to call and tell you what your kids need and just do it. Like,
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
I would say would say I feel like men need to start forcing moms to take a break.
Right.
I feel like they need to like force it. Like, I'm gonna get your kids. I'm gonna take the kids.
Right.
You need to go do something, and you need to go do it for like 2 days. Like, we don't want to see you for 2 days.
Right.
Because I feel like it's easy to go get your nails done, go have a spa day, but it's different when it's like a few days,
right,
where I can completely disconnect from everything and just have me, God,
right,
and my solitude, and just be at that. I feel like, because I feel like a lot of moms feel bad when they do stuff like that. I feel like I do. I feel like I've gotten better over the years with finding my own thing to do for myself. But I feel like a lot of times when I do go take a little vacation, like at a beach or something, I always feel bad about it. But I feel like if it's being pushed upon you, like, get out, like, I really desire this for you, to go out and do the things that you want to do for a few days. And you just can completely, because at the end of the day, we are still individuals. And even fathers, I feel like fathers should do it too.
Right.
Take a break for a few days and just literally just do what you want to do. Don't think about being a husband. Don't think about being a dad, because at the end of the day, we are all individuals, and we still have to pour into that part of us as well. I feel like you do that really good, like with your podcast. You know, you go and play basketball, but sometimes you take the kids. And like, I remember that one time you went to Orlando and you was like, you got the room for 2 days and you talking about, I'm about to come home. I ain't about to be. I'm like, please.
Like, enjoy yourself.
Like, enjoy yourself. You like, I'm bored. I'm just sitting in the, okay, be bored.
Be
like,
bored.
So I feel like that's very important, to just take time to be an individual and not feel bad about it.
Right.
Not feel like, I got to get back to the house. I wonder if they ate. What y'all doing?
Right.
Just.
But see, that's tough. For somebody like me, I think it's tough because we talked about the other week. And when you said what you said the other week, it kind of like made me kind of reflect, like, dang, maybe I am kind of still like that. Like when I was a kid, they just say, oh, you got ADHD. And, you know, as I got older, I was like, I grew out of that. And then, you know, we were just having a conversation the other week, and then she was like, bro, you still got that. Like, you definitely don't know how to just sit at home. Yeah. And I'm like, what you talking about? Like, I definitely, she like, no, bro, you. And then once I thought about it, I'm like, damn, I really don't be. Like, every time I do be home for a minute, I be like, damn, bro, so we just sitting at home, bro? Like, so we ain't gonna do nothing, bro?
We at home, sitting at home. Like, we'll come home from doing stuff, and we'll, like, he'll take a nap, then he'll wake up, and then we'll be sitting around. He'll be like, I'm about to go. And I'll be like, okay, where you going? Like, he got an attitude. Yeah. He's like, we just gonna sit here all day? We've been sitting here for 2 hours, like, and then he'll leave. Yeah.
And it's tough, but I think that's because I'm constantly in my head moving, thinking like, dang, I gotta go do this and I gotta do this. And it's hard for me to sit in my thoughts at times. Like that time when I went to Orlando, I'm just kind of like sitting there by myself and I'm like, damn, bro, like I gotta go to work. It's just like I'm thinking about all this stuff and it's like, bro, you are literally just chilling right now.
Right.
But I can't chill because in my mind is
it's a lot of people in this world that don't realize that they do that they can't sit. School made me understand that I was having problems with that because, you know, I'm in school, I gotta sit down and sit home and study. And that was like a big thing that I had to overcome because I'm an outside type of person. You know, I like to hang out. Whether it's with my kids or whether it's with my friends or whatever, I like to be out the door. So I think when I got in school and I had to learn how to sit in the house and watch everybody in the world having fun, just sitting in the house and learning how to sit in my thoughts and stuff like that, that's a hard thing to do. That's a hard thing to do. Like,
and I think it comes with finding peace within yourself, and that's something that I've been trying to practice in the last couple of months, like trying to find peace within myself. And that's what I realized after everything we went through last year. You know, last year was just a rough year, period. Yeah. And I realized that man, I've been grieving so many different things over the past few years, and I'm not at peace within myself. Like, it's me. It ain't people. It ain't my wife. It ain't my pastor. It ain't my kid. It ain't nobody. It's me.
Right.
I have a problem with myself. Like, I'm dealing with not being happy with myself.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm trying to fill my time with all these different things that still don't give me peace. I'm still stressed. I'm still
distraction.
It's just a temporary distraction.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to find peace within myself. That's why I've been playing basketball a lot more lately, because that's something that gives me peace.
Yeah.
You know, where I can just disconnect and say, y'all go play at the playground. Daddy is over here.
Right.
This is where I'm going to be at for like 2 hours. And then they come, Daddy, when we going to leave? When I'm done. And that's just what it is. And so, you know, just trying to find that peace within myself. I got one. I say 2 more. We're going to go 2 more. So I got one for you. I got one for you. Go here for you. How can the community do better? How can the community at large do better at supporting single moms?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say listening and actually being there. One thing I've learned, people don't understand you drowning until you done drown. I've been in a dark place, like when I lost everything, right before I moved to Atlanta. I felt like I was losing my mind. Like, I couldn't find a job. I was staying back with my mama. Like, I just had all this stuff going on. And people were not listening to me. People were not paying attention to me. They did not realize that I was not being myself. I was doing things that I would not normally do. And nobody paid attention. And it took for me to move to Atlanta for people to finally really start understanding, like, oh, something really going on. Like, I love my kids. Yeah, I needed a peace of mind. I left for 6 months, and when I came back, the jokes was on Facebook. Oh, she left so loud. She came back so quiet, and da-da-da-da. Not realizing that I left for a peace of mind because I felt like I just did not have it here, and I just was not getting it. And I had been so strong for so long. I had my son when I was 16. I was always working. I was trying to make sure I had my own and all this stuff. And I realized, like you said, we are individuals. And I had realized that I had always been a mom. I had always been a worker. I never really had time to be me. And so that's what Atlanta did for me. It was able to really let me connect to who I am. But I feel like the biggest thing before I went there and figured, it's just people didn't listen. People don't, and listening is more than just hearing. It's like using your eyes to see what's going on. Like, you gotta, and it's a lot of single mothers that be going through it, and they get on Facebook and they be crying on there, and people will laugh. People will scroll right past. Yep. But then when it's the young woman that harmed herself, now it's like, oh, why she didn't just, she did.
Yeah.
She tried. And they feel like, oh, well, single moms, you guys get so many benefits. You get food stamps and you get this and you get that. Because I'm taking care of children, which once you've been done got it, it'd be like breadcrumbs trying to split it between this household. Like, and everybody don't get Section 8. You know, everybody don't, like, I never got Section 8. People just assume you got kids, so you gonna get this and that. It don't always work like that. Trying to get ELC, it don't always work. They will tell you you're making too much money. I've had them tell me, a single parent of 2 children, that I'm making too much money to get help. And that's just crazy to me, because what is too much money when you're a single parent of 2 children? So I think that's a big thing in the community. I think people need to start paying attention to single mothers. Like you said, a break. Giving people a break. Stop being so. I hate when I see on Facebook when they be like, oh, it's back to school time, you could be out, but you don't know what this young lady is going through. You know what I'm saying? This is her way of relieving her stress or whatever. She just done had the stress about how she gonna get these kids back to school clothes. Yes, she's out.
Yeah.
Yes, she's having a good time. She deserves that or whatever. Like I hate those jokes because it's just like it be hard. It's hard being a single mom. So it's like I love when I see the young girls out. Have fun. Hang out, girl. Don't worry about them kids. Don't ask me where my kids at while I'm out because they not out here.
They say.
Well, I don't know. My son getting old enough the way he be out that way. Don't be asking me about my kids when I'm out. I don't ask people, well, where the baby at? Oh, she in the back of the club. Like, I'm here to enjoy myself. I don't want to hear about no kids. So yeah, just support for these single moms, man.
I agree. And I just want to say something to that I feel like I've noticed. I feel like because being a single mom is so heard of, I feel like people do not rally around single moms the way that they rally around single dads. Like, I feel like when a man becomes a single dad, an army comes behind him. His aunties, his grandma, an army of women come behind his friends.
And that would be nice if
17, yes, 17 godmamas, all the
Right.
like, you know. But I feel like when a woman is a single mom, there is not a multitude of men that come and rally behind her.
Yep.
Like, and I just feel like I always felt that to be interesting.
Yeah.
Like I would never have to worry about if something happened to me, you know, your team is rallying behind you,
Right.
everybody. But I feel like, you know, if something was to happen to you, I feel like they would still help me, but I feel like they would expect a lot more from me.
Yes.
They wouldn't be calling me every day. Like, they'll just be like, Chanelle got it. She knows what she's doing. But I feel like with you, they'll check on you every day. The girl's good. They hair done. They ate. So I just feel like single moms need that a little bit more.
Yes.
And not just from, you know, and single happens for a lot of different circumstances.
Right.
So it don't matter why you're single.
Right.
She still needs that army of men to rally behind her.
Straight up.
Yeah.
No, that's
Love
good.
that.
That's good.
Yeah.
I can agree with all that. For sure agree with that. What would you say as a married woman? What are some things, if you could speak to married men out there, like what can we do better as a community of married men? Like, what is it that we could do better, just in general, as fathers, as men, as husbands? What can men do better to support their wives as mothers and as wives?
I feel like so for men who are married, they're looked at as head of the household. So I feel like when they go into their marriage and being in that role of head of household, they feel like there's a lot that they have to do. There's a lot on their plate. There's a lot of building up of themselves that they do. And I feel like the women, we're called to more so submit. And so we don't do so much of building up of ourselves. We kind of let you take the lead and then we build up that. So I feel like men maybe can push their wives to also build up. I hear a lot of moms talk about how they forget about themselves. A lot of married women forget about themselves in the marriage and in being a mom. And I feel like the men have to be the one to not let them do that. They have to be like, you know, are you good? What do you need? Because the women are automatically going to be like, what do the kids need? What does my husband need? Because that role of submission, if she's doing it right, you know, just takes place first in her mind. So I feel like married men can kind of just make sure, because while she's having everybody else's back, she needs you to come and have her back.
Right.
But it's easy for a man to not come and have her back because they still have a lot on their plate. Like they still have to carry the family.
Right.
So they still have to make sure that they're making the money. Still got to make sure the kids are in line, disciplined, doing the right thing. They still have a lot of weight that they're carrying. So I understand why, the woman kind of just loses herself. And a lot of women have to, once the kids get older, she start going back to school. Now that they're older, finding her hobbies again. Like a lot of people, like kids, like, I don't even know what my mom is good at. Like, I don't even know what she does.
Right.
Like, what are her hobbies? I feel like for a long time, my kids didn't know, like what my hobbies were. And now they know a little bit, but it's just like, for so long, I just forgot that I should have a hobby. Like, what do I like?
Yeah.
So, I feel like, the men could just kind of push their women to not forget about who she is and that she's an individual because, so I would say that.
Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Great stuff. Great stuff. I give both of y'all 2 minutes each on this last one.
Okay.
If you could go back to your 18-year-old self and sit, just how we're doing, knowing everything you know right now, and give that young woman one piece of advice going forward, what would you say to her?
I want to go back to when I was 16.
16.
That's when I had Duda. And I would have told my 16-year-old self to be patient with yourself and be gentle with yourself, like, and don't pour into everybody. Everybody is not meant to be poured into. Everybody don't deserve you. And love yourself. Like, just love yourself. Just be patient. Cause I think I needed that when I was that age. I needed somebody to tell me that. Like, just be patient, be gentle, and keep you to you. Like, just
Yeah, that's real.
If I can go back to my 18-year-old self, I would say don't doubt yourself. I feel like I doubted a lot of what I could do. I feel like a lot of people see things in me, but then I doubt what they see. And I would say don't hold back. Like, just kind of go after the things that you want, because I just feel like there's no chance unless you take the chance. You have 0% of a chance if you don't take one. So I would say that. I feel like I'll be afraid of failure, and so I don't take the chance. But now I realize, like, you don't take it, then
you're gonna lose it. Right?
So I would say that to my 18-year-old self.
That's good stuff.
What would you say to your 18-year-old self?
My 18-year-old self was like 18. I would tell myself to stay focused. Know what you want to do. Know what you want and go get it. Don't waste your time, bro.
Yes.
Please don't waste your time.
That's a good one.
Please.
That's a good one right there.
Like that, I would. That's the only thing I would tell myself, bruh. Do not waste your time. Time is money.
Hello.
Yeah, can't get it
Boy,
back.
you cannot get it back.
Well, I always saying all the time, girl, if you would have went to nursing school right after.
Yes.
Girl, you know where you would be right now.
We'll be living in our
my
30s, man.
gosh.
We just
The kids would have been super straight by now.
Yeah.
That's
so,
true.
For sure.
That's
but
great
man,
advice.
this was good, man. Damn, y'all make me want to do a damn part 2.
Yeah,
I need more of this. I ain't gonna lie, man. I need this. I always say this podcast is for everybody else. I put it out for everybody else, but this is for me. I need this type of stuff, man. I'm steady learning as a father, steady learning as a husband, steady learning as a man. And I value things that, I learned so much from my wife throughout the years. So many lessons, tough lessons, because a lot of times I made it tough on myself if I just would listen sometimes. And so I think a lot of the things that y'all said today are gonna help a lot of people, a lot of men. I would hope so. But for me, I needed to hear these things, and I'm gonna take it all to heart, because these are things I would pray for the men out there, man. Yo, women, we don't have to be against the women, bro.
Yes.
We really do not, bro. I promise you, married, you ain't married, whatever. you do not have to be against the women, man. We got to start working together. We do all this stuff about community and unity and all this stuff, but man, if we're not coming together, learning from one another, women, y'all can learn from men. Men, we can learn from women.
We need each other.
We do not need to be pit against each other the way that we do, man. That's one of the most irritating things I see on social media. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But I be ignorant on, so
I be quiet. I keep my mouth shut because I'm just like,
I do hate it though.
it's crazy, man. But yeah, man. So I thoroughly enjoyed this. Appreciate y'all for coming on, blessing the pod. Yeah, man. So for the Dad Can We Talk community out there, man, y'all continue to stay tuned. Like I say, subscribe to the podcast. Continue to follow. And man, we out of here. Episode 142. Dang.